Hi guys, I'm Exactchaos and welcome back to another episode of Life is Feudal Forest Village. Okay, so we've pretty much got through our second winter and we are going strong. We've got enough food, we're kind of ramping up our production of raw materials and resources to allow us to further our construction. I'll just slow it down just a tad because we're in spring. So actually, maybe let's pause it just for a second. What we've said here is we're actually growing grass on this one. This one is growing flax. We've got 4 new babies, 2 teenagers needing to grow up. We can actually keep moving. So what are we looking at over here? We've got 1 fisherman, 1 hunter, 0 gatherers at the moment. 2 people working in the fields, and yeah, I think and 2 people as foresters and 1 as a woodcutter. The woodcutter, I believe I'll keep going. Tool reserves are low, so maybe that is the next thing we should be targeting, getting our blacksmith up and running. Okay, so let's have a look at that. Blacksmith. Logs, stone is a problem. Okay, so maybe what we need to do is do a bit of a resource clear. So let's remove 1 builder for now. And is that thing built? Yeah, that thing's built. Okay, let's remove the so we've removed it. So let's do a bit of a resource clear over here. We'll just do pretty much everything we can pick up in this section. But we don't want to go too crazy because that'll take time. Okay, so get in there, get going on that. Okay, and hopefully that'll give us a bit of stone and hay and the like so that we can actually get working on our blacksmith. I would also not mind to start changing up these little shacks into proper houses. That would certainly help us along a bit. We've got 5 babies now, so we should get the population to creep up ever so slowly. Anything going on over here? Where are my... can I drop someone else from a profession? What is going on with our woodcutter over here? Our lumberjack? I don't quite know. Yeah, we've got very limited. How's our clothing looking? Our clothing is also like small amounts at the moment. Wow, this is quite a storm. Hoping stuff doesn't catch fire. Gee, you just can't see anything when the weather is really bad. Difficult to play the game in those kind of conditions. Okay, how long will it take? Still spring. Is stuff starting to grow over here? Not quite yet. Over here we're starting to see some growth. Yeah, that actually gets us through the flax. That gets us through. Okay, are we still collecting this? Where are my workers that needs to collect this? What are they doing? They have different jobs that they should be attending to. I don't think we're building anything, so I find it a little bit strange that they're not actually collecting this. I know there are only 2 of them, but it's still taking longer than I would have expected. So, are they starting to make a move in this direction or not really? Yeah, oh, they're starting to bring stuff in. Oh yeah, they're bringing in the wood, I mean the stone and so on. Okay, so our stone looks okay. What is this, our clay? Yeah, I think our clay should be fine. Okay, let's get building on our blacksmith. We've got everything we need. And a blacksmith will be outputting to a storage area, right? So maybe the area for the blacksmith should be right over here. I just need to kind of see which way is... that doesn't look... Oh, missed it. Put that back in there. I wouldn't mind just seeing how it's working. Yeah, I want it a little bit out of the town like such, but that's fine. There we go. Pop it in there, please. And we obviously need a builder. Oh, another teenager has grown into an adult, so that is pretty good. This person has run out of flax, so so we can claw back on the on the weaver. Okay, good stuff. So we've got 3 over there doing their thing. Let's do that. How's this going? Fisherman, just the 1. We need to keep an eye on the food, but the food is okay for now. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much more people on the fields if we're not actually getting food from them. So that's pretty good. Got 2 builders over there working on that, and then I think as soon as that's done, we will probably convert one of these into a house. And I think the way of doing that would be, actually what we might do is we might build a house here first, and then we'll delete one of these. Oh, well, the game doesn't quite work like that. There'll be people moving in there immediately. So maybe we'll just leave the shacks in there for now, and then start building the houses after that. How many tools do we have? 16, so it's not like we're going to run out of tools immediately. Our biggest concern is that we do really need to start getting the rest of our resources up and running. Okay, almost everything here. Still waiting on most of the stone. Okay, what's happened? Food reserves are low. I am not liking the sound of that, but it doesn't really look that way, does it? If that's the case, what we should probably do is put another gatherer in play, just so that there's a little bit more coming in from that angle. That puts us down to only a single laborer at the moment, with a teenager hopefully getting to adulthood soon so they can start working. The logs are growing. I'm still a little bit worried about the firewood, but they slowly start creeping up. What's happening over here? Do we have firewood? Stone in there. Stone and logs. This one over here. We have firewood in here though. Yeah, barn with firewood. Some clothing. Enough clothing for the entire village, to be honest. Another set. So we might not need to do that straight away. What's happening over here? Yeah, we're harvesting the flax. So the flax is going to start coming in. What's happening with the grass? A bit of a slow growth on that. But it's still early summer, so we should get through that, I'm hoping. Is this almost done? Can this start building? We're only waiting for a bit more stone, so that should get us in there now. Okay. Okay, almost done. Yeah, like 9 more. I think they can only carry like 8 at a time. That's coming. 99, yeah, 8 at a time only. Okay, good stuff. Start building. Got 2 people building over there. How's this coming along? Yeah, the grass is getting there. Can we see some of these trees? No, we can't see any detail on the trees. Anyway, I'd like to keep this area a little bit more clean of trees because they do start to impede your vision. How far is this? Yeah, we're getting done fairly quickly. Yeah, fairly quickly. Okay, auto saving. Food reserves. Another baby's been born. Actually, I think our pace of growth is pretty good, you know. That guy just hunted something over here. Is that... No, missed it completely. Anyway, the blacksmith is almost done, so we can start doing a little bit of tool work. I think the village is coming along even so nicely. Yeah, they've cleared this. There's still a lot of stuff that they're harvesting over here. hopefully as soon as that's built we can start working on maybe another house somewhere. Oh, good stuff. Let's see about this. So quality tools takes logs, ore and cast iron, which I don't have. Is that it? How else can I make tools then? Any other way? So that's the quality tools, right? So how do you get the primitive tools? Or alternatively, we probably need a furnace, right? Would a furnace give us cast iron? Got enough to build it. Maybe let's do it right next door there. Yeah, something like that. That would be fine. Let's just build it and get it done with. Yeah. Food reserves. I don't really think the food reserves are low, are they? Got plenty of stuff. Okay, so this has been harvested, so let's switch that one off. I don't want another crop grown, not in summer. So we've got 2 working here. So we've got a batch of flax, so we can get some more clothing should we need it. But I don't necessarily think that's required. Because we'll also start running out of hides as well if we go too quickly with this. Yeah, the weather. Wouldn't want to be working in this. How much is this happening over here? We've got everything, so they just need to start building that. We'll hopefully get a fair bit of hay out of this. And I want to also just kind of trim off all of these trees quickly. Trees, please, take them down for me. Over here, these as well. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so that's been done. So what does the furnace do? We can make a cast iron from charcoal and ore. Now, how do I get charcoal? Oh my goodness. So it would have been good to have some kind of way where I can actually spot the recipes. Spot the recipes a little bit. Okay, so let's drop down these guys so that they can start clearing out the rest of it. So now let's have a look. I need to make charcoal somehow. So charcoal is made how? Not through any of these. Blacksmith. A kiln? Really? Would a kiln be where you make charcoal? Maybe. Well, let's put all of these kind of industrious buildings right next to each other over here and see how that goes. What do we need? Oh, it's also fairly limited, so let's just pop one in there to be able to work on that. Got a lot of industrial kind of buildings right next to each other over here. Probably need a few more houses on the other side. Probably need to fill into that area a little bit more. Got 2 more teenagers at the moment. There's someone. No, it's just waiting for another teenager. Waiting for another teenager to grow up, to become an adult, to come and work, to do some work. Yeah, okay, there's the wood has arrived. Yes, our firewood is slowly creeping up. I think we're getting a steady supply of that. Building is on fire. Oh my goodness, guys, drop everything and come and help. Oh, they are. I need a few more water, pails of water. There we go. And saved, I think. Good stuff. Does this house need to be repaired though? Don't quite know. Oh, looks okay. It's already done. Okay, another teenager has grown up. Ah, what's happening over here? Let's have a look. Oh, the kiln is still... What are we waiting for? Are we out of hay? No, we cannot be. Let's get some hay. Anywhere? Even a little bit? It is summer. Are you guys harvesting yet or not? Still growing. Where can we get some more hay? We just need to harvest a bit more. Yeah, do that. Grab that for me. I think I've got a bit of a prioritize section over here, so please prioritize grabbing those for us. Thank you. Let's get the hay in there quite quickly so that we can finish this one off. Yeah, got everything. Perfect. Get that built. I think we can probably create some charcoal over here. Once that is built. Very rudimentary. And we can create charcoal from firewood, for crying out loud. Okay, so let's see about getting some firewood over there, or charcoal over there. Okay, the next thing I want to look at building is another house. Not quite the kind of place that I'm looking for. See, and I think that's the angle we want. So do that. Thank you. Yeah, when he's slowly starting to build into this area. Okay, so we'll start seeing charcoal. What can you use charcoal for? Any idea? Don't know. But I think what we'll do is we'll use one person to first make a bit of charcoal, then make the cast iron, and then do a bit of tools, quality tools, because we're not really running out of them just yet. How's that going? Late summer. Should we start the harvest? I think that should be sufficient. Let's start the harvest, please. Are they doing it? Seems like they're doing the harvest thing. Yeah, that's good. Let's get it started. What are we waiting for over here? Still tons of stuff being waited on. Okay, so we've got 4 children, 2 teenagers and 12 adults. Don't think we've lost anybody yet, as of yet. But I'm still a little bit worried about the resources, so hopefully with the hay out there, next season we'll start collecting a bit more. Start collecting some potatoes again, and we'll put a little bit more people on that. Okay, what's happening over here? Are we bringing in everything we need? Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, so the population growth is quite slow, and that does impede the ability for us to kind of expand too rapidly with anything. So manage this economy very carefully. Like I said, we're going to use the same person to first make charcoal, then make cast iron, and then make basic tools. And the other thing is I also don't want to make too much charcoal and run out of firewood. Can these guys, they just use firewood, right? They wouldn't use charcoal in their houses, would they? I hope not. Okay, everything's been collected and this house is being built. So that's pretty good. Just like a house's season at the moment is kind of good, and we slowly improve our economy or our production every time. So from here, and again we'll use logs, ore and cast iron. Okay, fine. So I'll get us up to about, let's say about 20 or 30, around 30 charcoal. Then we'll quickly start making cast iron and tools from there on out. Good stuff. The house has been built. We've got people moving in. Can we close down any of these? They've all got people in there. And over there. Okay, so we should see a bit better growth happening because of this. What I'm wondering is whether we need to maybe clear out some more area. I'm wondering a little bit about fish or gathering maybe. Maybe let me pop in an extra person to do the gathering over here. Just so we get a little bit more food up. It's already fall. Is this being harvested? Yeah, pretty decent. We're getting a fair bit of hay over there. Okay, what do we do next? I need the resource stuff. So let's see about about getting. Shall we do a stone quarry? Yeah, stone quarry seems pretty relevant. An ore mine, a stone quarry. Ah, look at that. Okay. Well, that's plenty of stone over there. I think that'll be a stone quarry for us. Yeah, do that. Let's start working on our stone quarry. Okay, good stuff. So the stone quarry we'll start working on the stone quarry. I think that's a good idea. The charcoal is pretty slow. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a few more people to work. But I think we don't want to overdo it. We don't want to build too many houses and overdo this too much. Are we actually collecting everything now? Hopefully we'll collect most of it. Good stuff. So there's a lot of wood required to get this built, so it'll be a long tedious journey of getting wood for that. Over here, hay is being collected. Well, we've got a pretty decent stash of it, so I'm not going to be too worried if we lose some of it when it goes into winter. And then next season we'll go straight back into the potato business to make sure that we've got a decent amount going for the year after that. Our clothing is still fine. I'm not gonna crank that up again. How are we looking? I think that's pretty decent, so let's finish off the charcoal. How is this doing? 6. Yeah, let's stop it after this one. Hang on. So the question being here for me now is, actually let's pause the game a little bit. Do these people are actually putting charcoal in their houses instead of firewood? Now, fair enough, the charcoal will be an issue. Okay, so fine. Let's keep going on that, and then let's stop this. Right? I don't want someone working at the kiln. I want this person to be working at the furnace, so we can create some cast iron, so that we can do that into tools. Good stuff. That is pretty decent. Is this being built? Not quite yet. We've still got like 410 wood that we require over there to get it where it's required. Yeah, we're going to start losing this now if you guys don't get this done quickly. Shall we pop in? Let's trim back on these and quickly get the field, a few more people in the field to maximize the hay that we're going to get here. How much do we need per building? What does a house need in terms of hay? 20. That one is a lot. Come on, let's see something like this, right? That's 50, 10, 10, 40. Yeah, it's pretty decent. I think that's a decent stash of it. If we can grab a few more batches of it. That goes into the barn, right? Yeah, it does. No, it doesn't. Where does it go? Where's that? Ah, it goes over here to the warehouse. Pretty good. No, that's fine. Yeah, grab some more. Yeah, I think that's a good lot of it. So we're kind of rotating our crops a fair bit here, which I think is a good way of doing it. Rotating the crops. We don't need as much of everything every year, so we've got flaxseed for next year, so potentially we can grow something else over here, and we can go back to potatoes in this field. We just don't have the people to work more fields. It's a fine balancing act, I think. Yeah, absolutely. And there's still lots that I need to find out and learn about the game. Got 19 people at the moment, 4 teenagers, 12 adults and 3 children. Oh, I think we might actually get through this, or yeah, I think we're going to get a decent amount. So 1,000 1,000 hay is not bad. We can build a fair bit of that. So we don't, yeah. So we wouldn't use that up in the next year. Use all of it in the next year. We'll definitely not do that. So next year we'll plant something else in here that we can do more with, some food or something. Almost done. Got like 300 left. Hopefully they can grab some more of that. How's our firewood? Oof, pretty big. What's happening over here? Cast iron. Do we have cast iron? Where is the cast iron? Is this one down here? Don't see anything yet. What are you waiting for on the cast iron though? Waiting for charcoal. Are you not able to use the charcoal? So what does it mean if you lock it then? Is it for not for consumption, or what is the issue? Oh, no, it's using it. There is 5 cast iron over there. And then when we go over here, the high quality tools uses ore, wood, and then 1. So we can make 5 tools with the stuff we've got over there. We'll kind of pop that through and see how that goes. Okay, so we've lost the rest of it, whatever that is. Let's take these guys off of this here. We'll get someone building again. Maybe we'll get 2 people building, and what I'll also do is I'll pop another person into the fishing here through the winter. Yeah. Okay, good stuff. I think we'll make it through the winter. We've got a little bit less food than we did last year, but we didn't even use half of it last year, so I think we should be fine. And it's not like we're not actually kind of making food or foraging food while it is winter. It might just be a little bit of a more slow and tedious process, and it's not as abundant. What's happening over here? Yeah, we're getting the wood over there. Yeah, we really need to ramp up our wood production if we want to maintain a steady stream of construction. Wouldn't mind a few more people, but we're gonna get a few more pretty soon, I think. And there it goes, dark again, late fall. Winter hasn't even arrived yet. Okay, let's speed this up a little bit. Cast iron still underway. You are using the charcoal, right? Yeah, 10 cast iron. That's fine. That gives us 10 more tools to be made, which is a good thing. Quality tools, by the way, I might add. Quality tools. So what's happening over here? Is this almost in? Yeah, we've almost got enough there. Yeah, they can start building. That's good. Decent. Okay, so now, yeah, take you off of that. We've run out of charcoal, and I'll get you to come and work over here. We'll make some high quality over here. We need an iron ore mine as well. Yeah, so resources is our next big thing. So we're building the stone quarry. That will help us a lot. Resources is definitely the next thing we need to focus on. Make sure that we get a good and steady stream of stone, ore, and clay, and wood. Definitely wood. Most important of them all, we just need the people to work it. Yeah, we've got plenty of firewood, I think. 350, definitely gonna get us through the winter. So now it is full on winter, -4 degrees. How is this going? Almost done, halfway. People in here, well, we've got a child over here. And over there, not quite. We might need some extra housing. I might start doing a bit of housing to the back of it. I don't want this village to be growing too linearly. That's going to result in long walking distances to a lot of the stuff that we need to do. So I don't want it to go completely linear. I'm going to start going into the forest over here now. And to be honest, maybe what we should do in preparation is do a bit of a resource trim through there. Right, let's do something like that. See about getting all of that trimmed out. Probably as soon as this is built, I'll put one person into working there, and the other needs to go back to being a laborer. A stone cutter or a stone mason. Yeah, there we go, stone mason. I want one stone mason, and the other two needs to go and forage. So this one has got about 4,000 stone in there, so I think that's gonna last a fair amount of time. So I don't think we're gonna worry about stone for a long while. We just need to make sure we man that hut over there, or that mine, or that quarry. What else is happening over this side? Yeah, a lot of this is being cleared out. Yeah, that's good. We'll make room over here for a bit of an expansion to the village. And next season, what are we going to grow here next season? Oats, potatoes, wheat. Shall we do wheat? I don't think we need to do wheat. I'm happy for us to just do potatoes again next year. Yeah, next year we'll do potatoes. Over here I'm wondering, nah, I think I'll just do flax one more time over there too. Okay, we've got a fair bit of ore, probably collecting it from this this forage session that we got going on over here. Still playing at 10, another baby's been born. So we are growing, not rapidly, but we are growing. Yeah, the problem with growing rapidly is very, very dangerous. So our food is holding. It's late winter now, and we didn't even really make a dent in our food, nor did we make a big dent in our firewood. Our wood is also holding strong, but I'm very sure we need to get some more foresters up and running. Otherwise, we're gonna start having problems. There's also, what else is there that I would like us to do? Apiary, I don't know if we need it. A coop, maybe a coop is good. Yeah, a coop could be good. It's late winter, so it is starting to warm up again, and as soon as that is done, as soon as that goes over say 0 degrees, we can start getting the potatoes up and running again. Still -2, still a fair bit of snow around. What's happening over here? Oh, we've already finished up this. Okay, fine. So that's okay. We don't want, what's happening with the mouse? Come on. So we don't need this person anymore because we've added a few extra sets of tools to the mix there. Okay, early spring. Let's get cracking on that. Let's add at least 2 guys over here. Let's get cracking on this. Oh, I've closed the professions now. Let's get this playing again, and come on. Let's add a person to that as well. Let's open up the professions tab again. I just need to make sure we've got what's going on. Yeah, so we're out of people that are actually going to be laborers, so we need some more. We needed to get this underway. But I think everything is good. Tool reserves are low. I've just added like 10 to them. 10 to the mix or something. Look, I know, but for cast iron, yeah, we need to make sure that our firewood keeps going so that we can actually make charcoal and cast iron and so on. So as soon as we get some more people, I would like to add it to the wood collection as well as to the firewood production, the lumberjacks, because our firewood is down a fair bit. How many babies? 4 and 6 teenagers. So hopefully we'll get a few extra people to start work now this year. But yes, okay, so we've survived another winter, nothing too problematic. So I'm going to put a cut in here. I'm Exactchaos, and this has been Life is Feudal, Forest Village Exactly. If you've liked this episode and you like this series, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.